Bill's working on another wood rack like that one. This won't hold very much, so he was wanting to build a heavy duty one. It's out of some old twisted boards we had. And going across there is our old porch boards. It's 16-foot long, in case we ever get 16-footers in here. 16?
6.
No, that way.
This?
12 foot?
12.
Okay. It looks 16 foot. It's 12 foot. So he's working on that today. We're glad to have it. And that way we can use some of our porch wood. Bill's got to take all this wood off, and we're gonna.
I'm gonna do away with this.
Yeah.
Take it apart and save them T-posts. But that big rack I built, I'll move it over here closer so I can back in. But that way, just one rack to hold everything, and do away with this extra one. And another reason I've got it here, the reason I put that there in the first place, that's where the septic tank is at, is right in here. And I don't want anybody driving in here, so I'll have that rack right on top of it.
Yeah, we're going to have push that rack over that way.
Yeah, and I can get to the septic tank lids, or they can. But I just want a protection, because I've seen too many times people think you can drive over the top of them septic tanks, and you can't. Eventually you'll break them.
And that's why we put this thing right here. The lid's right here, and we never did want anybody back up into here or drive it.
Well, if we, our well house is there. When they built this house, they put the well right there by the house, which was a bad idea.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't there.
I wished it was farther out, because it blocks the view from the kitchen window.
It does.
But when the well service truck, if you ever get have to have it worked on, they have to back in there. I've got that fence where I can fold it back, but they have to back in here, and they'll naturally want to come clear over here to back
They
up.
do.
And especially a well truck, they weigh several tons.
Mm-hmm.
They'll crash it. When we bought this place, there was remnants of an old septic tank to where somebody had broke it before.
It was right over there in the backyard.
Yeah, and so they moved it out here, but it needs protection. But I've seen it at other places. People think they can drive across the top of the septic tank. It's not a good idea.
No.
You try it if you want, but it costs a lot of money to get one replaced.
I wouldn't want to fall on one with a truck.
I've got all this stuff laid out in different piles. Got a lot more than I thought. We always save this for tomato steaks and vines, good steaks. We used to buy stuff like that. This here is just building material. Some of it I'll save, some of it I won't. I'll cut it up. Over there I've got thrown a bunch of it up to cut up for firewood. This is short boards, and I'll put them up in the rack, and I'll just have to put a sharp end on them where we can use them for small steaks. Take this thing out of here and dismantle it, and I'll move that main rack back over here and put it in place. Have to clean this out a little bit. Susie, some of her carving wood is underneath there, and I kind of like to have it under here, in the shade where it don't dry out anymore, and in the direct sun. That's off the China berry. And it's real pretty inside, but it's real hard. She's gonna try some of it to see if she can carve on it sometime. A lot of this is just real thin that I'm bad about not throwing stuff away. But I'll just split this stuff up and cut it up into for kindling. I'll try to save the 1-bys, stack them real straight, and then over in the trailer is where I had that pile of lumber that a lot of it twisted and warped. Some of it's still good. I'll stack it real tight on the rack and then cover it up with that twisted stuff, and if I can't find a use for it, I'll cut it up for firewood. It just I didn't do it right. It was my fault when I bought it, because I bought it like that before, and then you've got to really weigh it down and stack it tight. Use what they call stickers in between the boards. Let it air dry, because it was green when I bought it, but I just got in over my head. Too many irons in the fire. But anyway, I'll dismantle that old rack that I just threw together out of T-posts and some boards. Pull it up, and then that's pretty heavy, but I think the two of us, we can walk it over there. We had to eat our Cheerios this morning, and we'll need it. Ought to get some of these darn donkeys out here and do some of this work. And horses. Anyway, once I get it back in, I'm sure she'll want to take a picture of it. So.
Now, me and him's getting ready to move that over. Oh boy. This thing is pretty heavy, so what we thought about doing is sliding it on some boards and pushing it with 2x4s and pushing it over that way. See if that'll work. Well, that's looking good. We're gonna have plenty of space for more wood when you go get some. That's great.
There's about 4 or 5 straight ones. I'll put them on the bottom. Right, hold them.
Yeah, our runoff pond, I told him I thought we could throw them crooked boards in that pond when it fills up. Maybe it was straightening out the boards. You have to dig all through there to find a straight one.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put the straight ones on bottom and then cover it up with these old junky ones.
Yeah.
And we bought these at a local sawmill, they're rough cut, actual 2x6, but I just didn't stack them properly. It's my fault, and a lot of them warped, and we got them green.
Oh, look at Tiger. He's going to walk back there.
So I'll get them out there on the rack.
That's a lot of work, baby.
Get them out of this trailer.
I like having them heavy duty boards.
Well, I'll use them out there on that loafing shed probably.
Yeah. Bill made me a bunch of steaks. I really appreciate that. Well, Bill has a lot of wood up there. We do have crooked wood. And we're thinking about when our runoff pond gets water in it, maybe we could throw some of them boards in there and they'll twist on out and get flat again. That can happen. And he put all them stakes over here, made me a little stake stand. That way I can come through here picking out stakes. I like that. And we're real happy with it. So thanks for watching. I'm out West Homestead. Bye.